Hello and welcome back to Screamer. And today we are covering the tournament crew. Now in order to unlock the tournament crew, you have to suffer through the story. So if you guys want to watch me suffer through the story a second time, let me know. But once you've played through the story, you'll unlock every single member of the crew. And the tournament crew is a bunch of wild cards. All of their abilities are really different. I really like the crew. And since this is the last episode, we're gonna do it in a slightly different format. We are gonna start with the best character in this game, hands down, Fermi. Now Fermi has a very interesting ability. His ability is called Hurting Instinct. Cannot enter overdrive, but boost and strike last longer. So that's another self-explanatory. So he does not have overdrive, but he doesn't really need it. His boost lasts longer, like his perfect boost lasts longer than Aisha's boost. It lasts longer than everybody's boost, except maybe Mr. A, but we'll get to him. His strike is basically his overdrive. If you use the strike, or when you use the strike, because you don't have a choice with him, you will go to 196. And you're at 196 for a good 5 seconds. And then it'll drop you to 158. If you get the perfect boost, it'll put you to 198 and drop you to 160. If you mess up the boost, it'll be 189 and drop you to 160. And I am not exaggerating when I say his boost lasts a long time. He only has 3 bars of boost, and then he has 3 bars of murder gauge. You do need 2 bars of murder gauge to use the strike, so that kind of sucks. But if you had 3 and 3, he'd be so OP. And what I found is you wanna get the 3 bars of murder gauge, and then 1 boost, and then you'll strike, and then use the boost, and then you can strike again. Or if you want to save up 3 of each, you can strike, boost, strike, double boost, and then strike again for some crazy speed. And for me, this goes for all of the crew, they are disciples of Nobu. Fermi has the twitchiest drift in the game. You think it's manageable, but the moment you go past a few degrees in his drift, so once you're drifting, the moment you go past a little over maybe 5%, he's just 90 degrees. It's pretty hilarious. Because he does not have the fastest acceleration or the best top speed. He tops out at 160. His SQ starts at 147. And since he is so twitchy and he doesn't accelerate, it was a bit hard to keep him in SQ. And the game says he doesn't have an overdrive, but you can. There is a mode called Overdrive Challenge, and he does have a voice line for overdrive. And then in overdrive, he only maxes out at 202 miles an hour, so even if you cheat the game and force him into overdrive, you're not going that fast. Pick Fermi if you like dogs, if you like drifting, if you like long boosts, if you like striking people, he is the character for you. On to the announcer. Now the announcer has the best ability in the game, and it's actually quite a long to read, so here we go. Her ability is called Style Empress. Performing sync or entropy actions increases style. Making mistakes like colliding with track boundaries or being KO'd decreases style. Higher style leads to higher sync generation. That's a lot, isn't it? So once you get your boost, there's going to be a great big letter on the top right of the screen. And that's a ranking system, I guess. It goes from C to B to A, to S, to double S, and there's even a triple S. Each grade affects how you generate sync, so the higher the letter, the more you'll be generating. But you do need to be in SGU for it to like work. If you're not in SGU, there's gonna be like red arrows on the letter, and then the letter will start like decaying. So each letter has like a decay. So once you go from C to B, if you can't maintain the speed, it'll start decaying and eventually go back to C. Same thing for all the letters. The higher the letter, the faster it'll decay. So depending on the track, you can get up to S tier, and the higher letters get crazy. So even once you hit like A rank, your sync generation is like double. So you'll be spamming boosts. Once you get to like S rank, you have to wait like maybe like 2 seconds and you'll already have another boost. Double S rank, you'll always have boost, and then triple S rank, you will not be able to spam boost fast enough. So if you're on the cradles and you get triple S rank, you can have an overdrive basically every lap. It's pretty fun. She drives a muscle car, and it's a boat. It does not like to turn, but since she's a Noboru disciple, she is always sideways. So they do make it a bit hard to like drive clean with her. Because the whole point, like her whole gimmick is like, don't hit the wall. Which is easy to do once you learn how to play the game. The issue would be staying in SGU. Also, once you use your boost, it almost always puts you up a grade up. Puts you up a letter grade. So the first boost from C, if you're in C and you boost, it'll always put you in B. And then depending on how much you filled up the B gauge, it'll put you in A. So if like the B gauge is, if the letter is like almost empty, it'll put you in like the very bottom of A, and you have a very small window to keep it, otherwise it'll just drop down to B. And same goes for S and double S, if you can reach those. Her perfect boost puts you at 193, and it'll drop you to 155. Regular boost puts you to 187, drop you to 155. Her strike puts you at 280, drops at 145. Her SGU starts at 150, and she only maxes that at 160. So it is slightly hard, depending on the track, to stay in SGU. In overdrive, she maxes out at 241. But yeah, she's overall really fun to drive. Has the best ability in the game. Pick her if you like being rewarded for your driving skill, like going fast, like spamming boost. This is the character for you. And last but not least, we got Mr. A. And Mr. A is like the ultimate wild card. He is the leader of the crew, the tournament crew. His ability is called Proto Echo. Heat replaces sync. Holding boost and using shield increases heat. Overdrive resets heat. High heat makes your car vulnerable. Max heat makes the car explode. You cannot activate strike. So that's the big thing with Mr. A. You don't have a strike, but you still have overdrive. And you don't have like boost segments. You don't have like bars. You have one big bar, and then his boost bar will fill up depending on how long you hold it. And once you hit like 80% of the bar, it'll go red, and you can max out the bar, and you can keep holding it past max. The bar will like start flashing, and then it'll turn pink, and then at that point you want to let go, because if you don't let go, you will explode. So now you've maxed out the bar, and then you gotta let it cool down, and as it's cooling down, it'll add to your overdrive. But you are vulnerable during this, so you do have to be careful, and you have to max out the bar like 3 times to get overdrive. It's very high risk, high reward. His overdrive does not last a long time, like it's one of the shortest overdrives in the game. But what you can do is you can max out the bar, go into overdrive, and then once overdrive ends, you get to max the bar out again. So you can maintain a high speed for quite a long time with him. And speaking of his overdrive, since he'll be in it for a long time, well, not a long time, since he'll have it a bunch, he maxes out at 262 in his overdrive, but it doesn't last a whole long time, honestly. And he maxes out at 196. His SGU starts at like 170, I think. But being an SGU kind of doesn't matter with him. So you're just managing the boost bar. And it is on you. You can either play risky and always be in his fragile state, or you can just let the bar completely cool down and then save it for one long boost. And you can also shield, so like on a corner heavy track, you can just spam shield to put you into the vulnerable state. If you do have a shield and you're in the vulnerable state, the shield will save you. But if you're already in the vulnerable state and you try to like use the shield, you'll just explode. So be careful with that. If you're not able to like boost with him, then you can just treat it as he has 3 free shields. Pick Mr. A if you like gambling, if you're good at managing resources, if you never use strike, if you like being an overdrive, this is the character for you.